Yes, they did try, but couldn't triumph over me. You go. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Good afternoon. Ooh, as above, so below. Retreat to avoid conflict. Okay then. Got faith, my character, my integrity, my faith in God. We definitely tapping into this Grand Cross energy because it is a chance to heal. And y'all know that's my favorite thing to do. Hey, sister. We like to heal. So we going to get these healing messages today. When there's a Grand Cross, there's something bubbling under the surface that needs to come up. And when this Grand Cross involves Chiron, the deep inner healing wound, oh yeah, you know we tapping in. You know we gonna get all of the messages that we need to get because we love to heal over here. Yes, 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 yes. We are going to get our healing messages out. I feel like this energy is going to carry, and it's a cardinal Grand Cross. So cardinal signs are the beginning. We got Jupiter retrograde in Cancer at 20 degrees. So Jupiter is in the foundation, the 4th house of home and roots. That's retrograde. Digging up those roots, right? Your faith, your beliefs, your morals, your integrity. What it is that you stand on. Hey, Raquel. Right? We have all of these planets oppose Jupiter in Capricorn. We have Venus, Mars, and the Sun. Okay? So Mars is your internal actions, your movement, your aggression, your progression, your internal life force. Right? What motivates you, what excites you, what inspires you. And then you have Venus, which is your love. What is your love language? How do you love? Do you move out of love? Do you move out of spite? In Mars, right? Mars and Venus in this energy where it is bringing balance. Ooh. And I have Mars and Venus conjunct in Virgo, naturally. So, all of this energy is at 20 degrees, 21 degrees, and 22 degrees is where Chiron is, right? We have the moon in Libra right now. This is your 7th house of relationships, partnerships of all kinds. And I always tell y'all that the most important relationship that you will ever have is with yourself, right? And we are all rebuilding the relationship that we have with ourselves, the relationship that we have with our our higher self, the relationship that we have with our shadow self, the relationship that we have with our inner child, the connection that we have to the divine. All of that is in that 7th house where the moon is right now, in the 3rd quarter moon, making this Grand Cross energy ever more prevalent, right? So we have the moon, the sun, Mars, Venus, and Chiron. And Mercury is in Capricorn right behind them, right? Right behind them. I think Mercury is at like 13 degrees or something. But all this energy is happening in, the 2nd decan energy. So, all of our inners are getting healed right now. And it is a great time if you're really doing the healing work. You can see your progress. You can see how you have changed, how your taste has changed. Your taste in everything. What you can no longer tolerate. What no longer aligns. All of this energy was clearly shown when Chiron was retrograde. And it's now direct. So this is the energy where we are integrating. And like I said, cardinal energy is new starts. So a lot of people could be bringing their old self into their new starts when you are supposed to be integrating the lessons and understanding into your new starts, the Grand Cross. And I was channeling earlier about this Grand Cross leading up to the spiritual warfare that is starting, that is coming. So, we're going to get on this healing, because when you stand in alignment with your assignment and you're doing your healing work, internally your world shows externally. So that's why we get our inners right. And it's a day to get those inners right with this Grand Cross. All right. We're going to get into it. Heavenly Mother, Heavenly Father, Higher Self, Spirit Guides, ancestors, guardian angels, archangels, deities that walk with me in the highest white lights and the universe. We come to you humbly, offering gratitude and thanks for the many lessons and blessings you have gifted us. Please continue to shine them down on us. We ask that you remove any curse and break every chain placed upon us and turn them into blessings. Allow us to open up and receive everything that is meant for us. Continue to release the things that no longer serve us as we walk in our truth. Again, we are forever grateful and thankful for the clarity and insight that you are going to be bringing to us in this Grand Cross energy. Let's get these healing messages, all right? That Ace of Wands keep wanting to flip over. All right, let's see. We're going to tap into them. They ready. Main healing journey for the collective at this time. All right, we got the 10 of Cups. right? That's what we focused on. We're focused on our happiness, our emotional fulfillment, what makes us feel good inside. Okay? We got the Eight of Pentacles, putting in that work towards emotional fulfillment. Yes. Okay. Working on it, putting in that work in the main journey. All right, we got the Ten of Swords. Look at that healing energy expanding in that heart as you release every sword that was put in there with that 10. We got 10 energies. What's today? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this healing energy, look at that. You release, as you're releasing those swords, your heart is opening up. You're working on your emotional fulfillment, right? Getting out of this mental stagnation. All right. All of those things that's been holding you down mentally. So we got cups. We got pentacles. We got swords. Look at that. We got the world. We closing out cycles. Yes, so that we can begin new ones. This is you nurturing what it is that you need to nurture so that you can grow on your healing journey. Nurturing of self. I love this energy. Okay? We're putting that mental stagnation, that confusion, that clarity, and moving towards emotional fulfillment. Okay? In the main journey, yes, we got the Lovers, the divine connection with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. What? I was gonna say we ain't got, we ain't got that we ain't got no wands out here, but who needs that? That's the divine. You got the divine out here bringing you in balance. Look at this. As you are putting together, as you are putting things to an end, bringing clarity, getting confusion out of there, getting that clarity, connecting with your inner self here. Look at that feminine and masculine energy aligning Mars and Venus together. Look at that beautiful energy with the Four of Pentacles, bringing a lot of stability, a lot of security. Oh, okay. The main healing journey looks good. Releasing betrayal, lies, deceit, closing out negative cycles when it comes to your self-talk. You're actually doing the work. Oh, I love it. Let's see what we got. Let's look at the inner child. Let's do the collective inner child healing and this Grand Cross actively putting in the work. I like it. I love to see it. Look at that. Judgment flipped open. Oh, yeah. Speaking up. Okay. Let's see. Inner child healing for the collective. Inner child healing for the collective. Oh, look at that Page of Cups. Look at that Page of Cups. All right, you could be pouring out cups. That is fake love, right? You could be filling your cup. You see this? The cards you see her feet in the water like the star card. So she's doing her healing work right here. Okay, this could be forgiveness of self. All right, this is definitely inner child healing. This is child healing right here. Getting rid of those emotions that have been keeping you stuck since you were a child. Okay? We got the Three of Swords. Yeah. Working on that heartbreak. Remember, on the main healing journey, we taking those swords out. Okay? In the main healing journey, we at the 10. All right? So you working through that heartbreak. You're getting rid of that emotional. Look, we got it. Look how we got it again. All right? We got the cups. We got the swords here, right? All of that pain, all of that disappointment, all of those things that has been weighing you down. You're working on releasing it in the inner child. Boom. Look at that. That's a transformation. That is a transformation in the inner child healing here. Look at that. We got the Death card. Look, so we got Major Arcana coming out here in the main journey, all right, we see that closing out those cycles and the divine bringing you closer to self. You're getting closer to self here. And then in this inner child here, all right, there is a transformation. You see that third eye opening on her? You see that? That awakening is happening. You see that? Getting rid of all of that disappointment. Things that happened as a child, but you're grown now, and you're taking the time and you put in the work to go towards your emotional fulfillment. Oh, I like this. Okay, this is some deep inner child healing too with this transformation out here. This getting to the roots. Look at that. We moving forward. Look at that. We got the chariot and the inner child here. This is a transformation that I love to see. Y'all putting in the work. Come on, collective. Moving forward. You got the divine. You know the divine is the chariot. Come on, pushing you through. Saying, come on, we got to let that go. Come on, we got to work on this. Come on, we got to work on this. Y'all know it? Oh, y'all been putting in the inner child work. Y'all been pulling those swords out. One by one, connecting, get into it. This is beautiful. And it was a lot to carry. You've been carrying a lot since a child. And learning how to properly release. I just heard your posture is straightening up. Getting all that shit off your back. Oh, man. Look at that. I love this. Two of Pentacles. Learning how to balance. Now that the weight has fallen off. Learning how to balance that inner child. Look at that. You're not letting your emotions control you. Oh, look at that. You're not letting the hurt and pain and disappointment control how you move. And you're carrying your weight well. Oh, this is beautiful in the inner child. This is a lot of transformation. So far in the main healing journey, we see the World card. We see the Lovers. You got two major arcanas. In the inner child, you see the Death and the Chariot. We got two major arcanas here. All right, we got the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, right? So that's bringing in some balance. Ooh, okay. Now let's look at that shadow. Let's see what that shadow looks like collectively. Let's look at that shadow self. We got tens on the board. We do have the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Wands so far. So there are endings coming in this healing journey, creating something new, because we got the World and the Chariot, Cancer energy. Remember, Jupiter is in Cancer, the fourth house of home and roots. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what we got. What's in the shadow side? Let's get the energy of the shadow right now for the collective. Healing in the shadow. This is a lot of good energy. I like it. We got the Seven of Swords. All right. Don't be in denial and don't be lying to yourself, because you'll eat those words. Okay, watch your words. Watch your words. You see how they eating the sword? So these are the words that you are telling yourself. The negative self-talk. Remember, in the main journey, that's what we put in those swords. We getting that talk. Communication. How we talk to ourselves. How we feel about ourselves. The way we talk to ourselves is going to create those emotions that keep us stuck. So remember that with the Seven of Swords. Looks like you can see clearly. In the shadow. We got the high. I said it looks like you can see clearly. In the shadow. We got the High Priestess. All right. You can see clearly what's hidden in the shadows and what it is in your mental that needs to be released. Some of y'all are hiding the spiritual gifts in the shadow. I don't know why they got me winding to the side with that, but somebody knows. We got the 8 of Wands. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. There's been fast movement and fast change in the shadows. Y'all been hiding that y'all have been doing the work. Y'all have been hiding that y'all have been tapping in. And receiving messages. Doing the healing. Y'all been trying to hide. Who y'all hiding from? Who is y'all hiding from? Y'all can't hide from me. I mean, we got the Star card and the High Priestess. Y'all can't hide from me. I mean, I tell y'all that all the time. But in the shadows, it looks like you've been putting in the real work. Not only have you been healing your inner child, you've been tapping into your spiritual gifts. You've been connecting with the divine. We got the 7 of Cups. That's what you've been working on, your emotional energy. Okay? You've been working on healing that emotional manipulation. Oh, y'all been working on believing in the messages that y'all been receiving from Spirit. That's why it's healing the doubts and the loss and the betrayal, because you got to heal all that shit in the mental. You got to heal what you been fucked up about your whole life, right? You got to heal that shit so you can get the message clearly, so you can believe in them. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups in the shadow. The Page of Cups in the inner child. What? Say what? We are aligning. We are aligning. Come on now. We got the 8 of Pentacles. We got the 8 of Wands. We got the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. So that's the 10 of Swords with the 10 of Swords on the board. Okay? We got the Page of Cups out here aligning, and trying to find balance. You're trying to find balance after this healing, okay? You're working on finding a balance, all right? Because it's new. When you complete a healing journey, it's you're stepping into another one. So now, you know, you like, do I do this? Do that? Do that? That's what they said. I seen this message. I seen that message. But do I believe this message? Because last time they said this message, then that happened, and then that happened, and then that happened. So now, that's what y'all healing. Y'all healing and believing in y'all gifts and believing in yourself. And it warms my heart. Because a lot of y'all don't believe in yourself. And y'all starting to believe in yourselves. And y'all starting to create that relationship with self that you're building on. Oh, look at that. All right, let's get guidance for the inner child healing. Guidance for the inner child healing. Look at that. We got the transformation. All right. Remember, in the inner child, look at that. We got the transformation. Third eye open. Connected to your emotions. Oh, I like this. A number 15. 6, energy. Okay. Pay attention. And then we have change your environment. A number 35 breaking down to an 8. So we got 6 and 8. Balance. All right. And this, you know, you see the snakes in the grass, but this is that mental. This is changing that mental environment, changing the way that you speak and talk to yourself. And this could be changing your environment, and this is inner child. So if you released and you moved environments, this could have contributed to your transformation. At the bottom of the deck, look at that. This came out in the pre-shuffle. As above, so below. A number 7. Look at that. We got 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is ascension. As above, so below. So, y'all got to start realizing that. I feel like that's the transformation in the mind that you're coming to realize on your healing journey. Your thoughts are creating your reality. When you transform your thoughts, you transform your whole energy. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. All right, let's get guidance for the shadow self. Guidance for the shadow self. All right, we got playful. Look at that, 44. You've been working on your protection work? Be playful. I love it. Okay. Okay. Look at that. We got confidence. Working on your confidence. Look at that. So, So, synchronicities, pay attention to the balance as it come in. All right. You got the Page of Cups in the shadow. The Page of Cups in the inner child, right? Oh, I lift up the Page of Cups in the shadow. We see the Ace of Swords. Remember that clarity that came through with that High Priestess out here, right? So, look. 6, 8 in the shadow. 6, 8 in the inner child. Right, we got cycles, okay? Building cycles with this 37 is a 10. Pay attention to the moon cycles. Pay attention to your cycle. Your cycles. Because we're in the shadow and we got moon energy, okay? Your emotions. Pay attention to that. I heard something with the correlation. Okay. What we working on healing in the collective at this time? What we working on healing in the collective at this time? We got dreams. Remember, you're working towards your emotional fulfillment, working towards believing in your spiritual gifts and the dreams and the messages that you've been getting from the divine. Oh, we got soulmate energy. This is like returning home to self, that Mars, Venus energy, that masculine, feminine energy coming into alignment. Some of you guys could be dreaming of your soulmates. Dreaming of people or different energies that are aligning with you. Got to heal that procrastination. Got to heal that procrastination. We got 8s on the board for real. All right. Working through healing procrastination. So when you look at that, we talked about that. Working on that entrapment, feeling stuck in the mind. You see that? Feeling stuck in the mind, breaking free from all of that other stuff, causing you to procrastinate, right? Spirit said, go ahead. Working on taking your mask off and being the true you. Yes. Oh, I like it. I like it. So some people working on procrastination. Some people working on taking their mask off and revealing their true selves to selves. And it is not always easy looking in the mirror and seeing who you truly are or what you allowed and things like that. It is not easy. Trust me. It is not easy at all. Okay? And I understand that on so many levels. You got to get a personal read. You got to take classes because I don't like to talk about all that stuff in a person. collective anymore because, you know, I don't like to project. I'm going to read what the cards say. If I get the message to say something, but, you know, I'm just saying it is hard when you are taking your mask off, when you are revealing your true self to self. It's definitely hard. And, you know, some of you guys are working on being controlled. And I'm not saying, you know, this entrapment, being controlled is, you know, listening to your parents, listening to what other people want you to do and all of that. And it's hard to break free from all of that. It is hard to learn how to stand on your own, too. It definitely is. All right, but we got that procrastination out here, so working on that too. So, you know, it's a lot of collective. It's billions of people in the world. So you know what you're working on. Okay? You know what you're working on. All right, well, we're working on healing in the collective. All right. Y'all know what y'all working on. Working on blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Okay? Gotta own up. Working on loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Okay? Working on friendships. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Working on worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Working on your pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And working on trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. What we talked about, we was healing that. Trusting your inner voice, trusting your intuition, right? Because last time you listened, it put you there, but it put you there because you needed to learn the lesson to take you where you are now. People don't understand that there are trials, tribulations, and obstacles that come on your path because you have a lesson to learn before it pushes you forward. Some people like to sit and dwell in those lessons, and you're not supposed to. They get in that woe is me energy when that energy, that obstacle, that hurdle is supposed to build you up to jump over it. People fail to realize that. It's how you persevere through. Okay. Healing messages for the collective. Healing messages for the collective. All right. Some of you guys are healing that south node. Okay, you moving away from the south node, moving into your north node. Comfort tone. Resistance, fear of the new, clinging to old ways or situations, needing to let that go. Some of you guys are healing through external parties, situations, karmic partners, family, friends, work, other people, obligations. That goes with that control of the mind. All right? Some of you guys, y'all healing through that. Some of you guys are healing through illusions, confusions, not seeing things clearly, escapism, addictions, fantasies. So healing through, when things happen, you want to go pick up that bottle, you want to go light the blunt or whatever it is. You can have emotional spending, you can have emotional eating, whatever it is, you're working through those. You're no longer, you're working through not escaping through the problem and facing it head on. Because that's self-care. Energy. Low energy, depleted, cleansing, wanting time alone, recharge, retreat. Okay? So some of you guys need to work on your self-care. Need to learn how to replenish your energy when it's been depleted. And then need to know what's depleting your energy. Remember, we working on all of this. The blame could be depleting your energy, the worry, the pride, the loneliness, the friendships. And we got an unexpected storm coming through. Destruction, conflict, unseen change, sudden news. All right. There is change coming through. Uranus energy. Okay. That could be an emotional surge. An emotional surge is what I heard. Yes. Okay. The unexpected storm coming through. Moving through these illusions can cause the storm. Like I said, when you look in the mirror and you're truly healing, that shit hurts. That causes the tower within. That breaks down the illusions and the shattering. And when the truth comes in, it is a hard process. Healing messages for the collective. All right, we have high vibrations. You have chosen to step into a higher vibration that is in alignment with your soul path and higher knowing. You now have the awareness that you are limitless and ready for transformation. Yes, we have humanitarian. Your soul longs to joyfully serve. Being of service is a huge calling that is honorable and satisfying. How are you being called to serve humanity? Serve with grace and humility to assist those that cannot help themselves. Be an advocate, a confidant, and an inspiration along the way. Whatever it is that you do, you could be a hairstylist, you could do nails, you could work at the grocery store, just being nice, just being of service. And we have balance needed. Relationships, the moon is in the 7th house. Make sure all of your relationships are equal in balance with giving and receiving. If they are out of rhythm, then the other is sacrificing and can't sustain itself. Therefore, it will create more obstacles to overcome. Know you are worthy and deserve respect in all ways. If you're watching, why don't you go ahead and say, go ahead and share the video. You know what I'm saying? When you send me a like, that's an energetic vibration that you appreciate. You know, and then those blessings flow to you. Because if you don't talk to me or if you don't like my stuff, if I don't see your name on my page, I'm not praying for you. I'm praying for the people that pray for me, the people that help me. It is what it is. This is my boundary. And y'all can say, that ain't of God. Yes, it is. Because it's my journey. Everybody's journey different. I have been abused, manipulated, and overused. And people will get protection, love, and blessings off my energy. That is no longer. That contract is no longer. We rewrote the contract so I could come back out here and save myself while helping you. Just so y'all know. All right, we got balance needed. I'm just being honest. Reciprocation is what I need. Fairness is what I need. Appreciation, gratitude is what I need. Because I ain't never steered y'all wrong. Ever. We got patience needed. Timing. Be mindful not to rush or push your agenda at this time. Trust in divine timing and less is instant gratification. Having patience allows everything to unfold as it should. The seeds have been planted, now let them grow. Being patient with yourself. And I have been very patient. Look, they got me talking. I said I didn't want to talk about me. And then y'all be like, we don't talk about it because why not? It's a part of my healing. It's a part of my journey. And I'm still out here with all the obstacles and everything. And I'm still pushing the messages. Y'all know it. They say I spy detective. What? They want to talk. I don't want to talk. They want to talk. I don't want to talk about me. This ain't about me. This is about their healing journey. All right? Yeah. They said it coincides because you're the healer. You're the guider. I spy with my little eye. Y'all all spy. Y'all all see. It ain't, I mean, come on, man. My page been stuck at 2,200 viewers since 2022. It ain't no big secret. The obstacles and the challenges that has been placed on my path, but I still continue to show up and I still continue to push through. Ain't no big secret. But that's how I lead, and that's how I guide, through experience. I know how to battle when people want to make you lose perception of what it is that you're be doing. You know, what it is that you have been led to do and to guide and things like that. Oh, they speaking. They mad. I ain't mad. They be mad. Look at that. Find the lesson. Something has happened that has stopped you in your tracks. In reality, it was simply teaching you where you needed to grow. There is no such thing as failure, so pick yourself up and learn from it. Keep going. I guess that's what I'm here to teach y'all. We got open up. You're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. And we have faith. I'm going to get y'all some more cards because they always going to put me on Front Street. Always. Because I speak the truth. All right. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. And I'm here to I am here to tell y'all that. When you believe in yourself and you invest in yourself, in your healing, and you open up to you, yes. All right, let's get two more. Thank you. We have enabling. There's someone you're helping, or are you? In reality, you may be enabling them to continue in negative patterns and never take fully responsibility for themselves. Step back and let things play out. All right, some of you guys need to work on enabling. And we have honor yourself. Recognize the hard work you put in to get to where you are today. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. There's more to come. We got courageous heart. It takes courage to follow your heart, especially when the path is unknown. Your heart knows the way. Trust it and let it lead you to your true destiny. I love the messages today. This is nice healing. A lot of you guys are really doing the healing work, working on your inner child, working on your shadow self. All right, this is beautiful. It really, really is. Y'all pushing through, no matter what the naysayers have been saying. Okay, I like it. Y'all sticking to y'all healing. All right, let's go. Healing energy being pushed into the collective under this grand cross. That's a lot. It's like they just keep saying it's a lot of people in the collective. So it is what it is. All right. This is the energy being pushed. We got sexual energy coming into the collective. A number 25 breaking down to a 7. Now, when sexual energy comes into the collective, I want y'all to use this energy properly. Okay. All right. When y'all feel that sexual energy, because it's created to the sacral, this can also mean life force energy. This can be creative energy. If you feel horny all the time, do a project. Use that energy to create a project, and I bet you it's going to be something. Focus on something other than that, okay? Because people think sexual energy is connected to your womb, your creations. Use that to create something. All right, we got abundance energy flowing into the collective. I love it. A number 13, which is death and transformation, breaking down to a 4. All right, we got ancient wisdom flowing through the collective. Y'all better tap in and get those messages. A number 34, breaking down to a 7. Tap in. Remember, the divine has a connection waiting for you. All right. And we have a number 17. Okay. Bring it down to an 8. That feminine energy, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself. All right, the feminine energy coming through. We got a number 2 with new beginnings. We are in a cardinal grand cross. All those houses. The 4th, the 7th, the 10th, and what am I missing? 4th house is Cancer. 7th house is Libra. Oh, the 1st house, Aries. Okay, right? Those new beginnings, those houses are getting pushed. Energy, new healing energy when it comes to self. Remember, the house of Aries, I know Chiron is in there in this grand cross, but you got to remember, Saturn and Neptune about to slide right back into Aries. By the time the eclipse come, they both going to be in Aries, right? So new beginnings coming. All right, we got a number 10, burdens. All right, there could be some burdens. We talked about those obstacles. Obstacles come so that you can heal. You can put an end to certain things. Okay, so burdens. All right, so not everybody on their healing journey. It is what it is. We got a number 10. Some people might be getting burdens so they can go on their inner journey here. It is what it is. All right, that's what I'm sorry. The cards frame. We got number 35, so that's an 8. We got an inner journey. Some people going on their inner journey. That's starting the inner journey. And then we got a number 40 with retreat. Some people are tapping into abundance, ancient wisdom. That's the energy being pushed in. That nurturing energy, that creative energy, that new beginnings. And some people are just getting started on their healing journey. And there is nothing wrong with that. I am here for y'all too. Okay. Oh, at the bottom of the deck, we got omens. And then that emotional release we was talking about in the beginning. Look at that, coming full circle. Pay attention. So number 37, which is a 10, and then a number 31, which is a 4. All right, let's see what we got. Soul's truth. What does the collective need to hear to shift perception on their healing journey at this time? What do we got for the collective at this time? We're taking all the ones that flipped over. Who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. We do got humanitarian out here, right? Who needs you today? Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy of what you feel when you serve others. Who am I ready to forgive? I am not what happened to me. I am who I chose to become. It's time to let go, forgive, and move onward. Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Write a forgiveness letter. Then practice the Ho'oponopono prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you might simply need to forgive yourself. From whom can I release my judgment right now? Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. Look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. Am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. Okay. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra: courage is contagious. Where am I called to use my voice right now? You have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations. I swear we had this in the last time I did this day. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all of your heart. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. Oh, I love it. Let's see what we got. Healing lessons for the collective at this time. All right. We got remain centered. Focus on conscious tranquility. No matter how stressful the day is, your intention is to remain centered and calm. Your goal: to learn that you control your psychic energy. We got expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. Something will come into your life that will serve healing. So be open to it and express gratitude when it occurs. Your goal: to know that the world becomes a vessel for the divine when you see the divine in all things. And identify your health-related fears. Ask yourself if you're afraid to heal. Your conscious mind might say no because that's the logical reply, but this question is for that deeper part of you, your emotional self, which might have developed fears about becoming healthy. Your goal: to explore whether you have deep-seated reasons to want to postpone healing. Okay, like I said, there could be some that's just now tapping into their healing journey, and that's okay. Y'all so smart. They smart. They talking hella shit. I advise y'all to sit down and talk to y'all guys today. Mine are hilarious. All right, let's see. Let's close them out with a white light oracle to complete the healing messages for this Grand Cross energy today. Can we get one card? Healing for the collective. One card, please. Healing for the collective. I'm going to take the first one. Oh, we got a number 28. What's that? A 10, a 1, new beginnings. We got epsilon modulation. All right. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. Reaching inspired spiritual heights requires commitment to developing powerful, deep roots. A mature creative offering takes longer to produce than that which the ephemeral and swiftly supplanted by whatever is next. To embrace the patience required for such building, surrender the need for immediate gratification. We must become so confident in the authenticity and value of our process that we are not in need of external evidence to bolster our courage. We can enjoy validation along the way, but we must not turn away if it is absent for a time, especially if those around us appear to be moving faster. With such confidence and courage, we will be able to deepen and slow our breath and our restless nature and allow for the inner workings of our souls to manifest beautiful healing magic. This oracle asks you to ground yourself, believe in your potential, commit to your path, and be patient so great things can happen for you. Although the flash of stunning insight happens in an instant, it follows a complex orchestration of purification and preparation. There is genius in patience and perseverance. There are the hallmarks of nature's long game of breathtakingly diverse creative display. When we immerse ourselves in the sacred feminine wisdom that underpins Mother Nature's rapturous creativity, we live differently. We allow ourselves to not know what is coming next, to not need to have the entire picture before we trust things are going to work out. We use our power to attune and allow rather than to direct and demand. We shift from ego to soul, and in doing so can embody the divine potential. This oracle asks you to trust in what is happening in your life. It doesn't need to make sense in order for you to benefit from it. Epsilon brain waves are extremely slow, and their frequency is lower than the conventional equipment can measure. They are indicative of the way the brain operates outside of the usual modes of thinking, as per the dictates of mass consciousness. In epsilon state, the brain reaches its lowest and slowest oscillations between 0.5 hertz and just above 0 hertz. In that place, extraordinary states of consciousness are accessed, including a pure awareness of the nature of being, the deepest levels of insights, and the regenerative bliss of spiritual emptiness. This oracle asks you to switch off and tune in. The greater perspective you'll find can bring you tremendous peace. It is fascinating that when in super slow epsilon, the brain produces effects similar to that of the hyper gamma state in the even faster over 100 hertz oscillations of lambda waves. The brain operates in the sacred feminine territory of loops and spirals rather than the linear progression, and at this point of extreme polarity, there is a reconnection and the experience of unity that shatters the extreme tension of difference. The super fast patterns appear to be riding on the super low epsilon modulation. In epsilon, we find the wisdom of the yogis of India, who taught that in sitting still, we overtake those who are running. Remember what I said now. This oracle asks you to put faith in your spiritual power of your path. Dedicate yourself to your personal development and seek out the loving presence of those upon the earth and in spirit who nurture your heart and protect your soul. Healing process. As you settle into a comfortable position, connect consciously to your breath as it flows in and out. When you are ready, close your eyes and relax. Focus on the breath, allowing it to become deeper and slower, perhaps even with the slight pause after inhalation and a slight pause after exhalation. As you relax, the pauses may lengthen. Allow this to be natural and unforced. When you are ready, allow your awareness to gently and respectfully center yourself with the physical brain. You can intend, visualize, imagine, or feel there are subtle gears or dials in your brain. Your brain knows how to shift gears and turn down dials so it can move from everyday awareness to a more relaxed state. As those gears shift or dials turn, relaxation increases into positive and euphoric feelings. Access energy. Perhaps excess heat or inflammation begins to disperse throughout your body, discharging through the hands and feet. This allows for further pleasurable relaxation of the brain and sense of powerful stillness spreading through the brain and the body. A peaceful field of energy begins to radiate out from your brains in all of the directions. This usually naturally happens to the degree that is inappropriate and helpful for you now. Rest here as long as you wish. When you are ready to emerge, slowly return by focusing on the surface of your skin and the flow of your breath. Allow the breath to deepen and become stronger. Complete your process by grounding and hydrating your body. All right, there's some deep healing. Spirit wants you to slow down. As I was reading, all of this, my nose, all of this, all right? Pay attention to your healing right now. The main healing journey, look, it's all in the mind. All of these illusions, everything that's external to you don't matter right now. It's time for you to focus on you, to get in alignment.